Back to TMZ Live. Comic Con, the huge convention down in San Diego, is no longer just fun and games. In fact, one celeb down there, actually there are several people saying this, but we got one celeb, Adrian Curry, telling us that it can get very dangerous for women.
I mean, to a point where they get sexually assaulted. I mean, that's essentially that she's alleging a sexual assault.
Right. You know what happens, people go down there, women, men and women, but women in particular, and they wear costumes of their favorite characters
that
from
are
comic
sexy.
books or movies, and they're sexy costumes. And according to several people, they say that some guys down there are getting a little too touchy-feely. In fact, flat-out sexual assault, you could call some of what's going on.
So we're going to bring Adrian in. She's essentially alleging that her friend got assaulted and that she kicked the guy's butt. Adrian, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hey there. So why don't you give us the blow-by-blow?
Pretty much we left the convention. My friend was dressed up as Tigress. She's a fitness model. She looked amazing. And we were walking down the street and someone stopped her with their kid, asking if they could get a photo. Well, I always stand behind her because, society pretty much can't be trusted in these situations. And this guy dressed up as a zombie came up behind her, pulled on her tail and her bikini bottoms, and took his finger and started to stick it down her butt crack. And luckily, I was dressed as Catwoman and had a authentic, real bullwhip in my hand, which, if you know anything about them, the handle of these things are made of wood. And I just started going at him to the point where my own guy friends had to pull me off him and start shoving him away. But
Did anybody else around react? Did anybody else see this happening?
A lot of people saw it happen because I was screaming at the top of my lungs that he was, had a rapist mentality, that he was a molester, to watch your girlfriends. And what was ironic is he was hanging out with girls. Like, his friends were women. I would have disassociated myself with him immediately, but, I just saw red.
Was he hurt?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he was hurt. I'm not a little petite woman. Like, I'm 6 foot tall and I work out 2 hours a day. And I gave him everything that I had because I just felt so violated for her. And it broke my heart afterwards because she thought I was the one fixing her bikini bottom. She's deaf, so she can't hear while I'm screaming.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so she thought I was behind her helping her out. When I told her, because she turns around, what's going on, because it was a spectacle. And I had to let her know, and it just broke my heart to see.
So, Adrian, I got to ask you something. You said a minute ago that you were behind her almost protectively. Did you anticipate stuff was going to happen?
I anticipate that the bottom of the barrel of society will always be attracted to a beautiful girl. I'm a rape survivor. I was molested when I was a kid. I'm not the #1 person you would go to for trusting guys. So yeah, I was standing behind her because I was expecting, people to just try to take the butt shot where it's like, keep it classy, San Diego. You're not getting what you're trying to sneak from this woman. But I did not expect someone to come full on and stick his finger down her pants. It was disgusting.
Adrian, it sounds like this has been a growing problem for years. I know there were protesters in San Diego over the weekend also dealing with this issue. Have you seen this? Because I know you go every year. Is it something that is this the worst incident you've seen, or have you seen something like this happen, just not to one of your friends?
The day before, I was dressed as Poison Ivy, and someone ran up behind me at the convention and screamed comic books and grabbed my boobs, slapped my butt, and ran.
Wow.
With
oh my God.
1,000 furies of hell, because I would have laid him out had I caught him. But this just doesn't happen at Comic-Con. I love Comic-Con. I think people have this misconception that just because a woman is showing off her God-given goods, that suddenly she's a stripper and you've paid her money, or a hooker. Like, these things are available for men that are looking for this type of thing. Comic-Con, or just walking into a nightclub and a chick in a short dress, is not an invite. And this rapist mentality that men seem to have, like, well, you're asking for it if I can see your cleavage. Okay, I can see your bulge. Does that mean I should shove my size 11 as deep and as hard into your crotch as I can.
Well, you
no.
got him with the
whip.
wood.
Yeah.
I did. All I saw was red, and I felt a little bad because I know I really went at it. I mean, this guy was so stunned. He was just holding his face, stumbling back, and almost fell into the store. But I think more people need to react this way, because I think the reason these people keep doing this is nobody steps up. I was really disappointed in all the men around me.
And nobody did it.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything.
Hey, Adrian, we're out of time, but I really appreciate you you joining us. Thanks for the story.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Okay, look at this.
Yeah. Move on to
Okay.
something a little lighter.
So
here.
who do you think?